Uganda. Officially, the Republic of Uganda. Jamhuri ya Uganda is a landlocked country in East Central Africa. It is bordered to the east by Kenya, to the north by South Sudan, to the west by the Democratic Republic of Congo, to the southwest by Rwanda, and to the south by Tanzania. The southern part of the country includes substantial portion of Lake Victoria, shared with Kenya and Tanzania. Uganda is in the African Great Lakes region. Uganda also lies within the Nile Basin, and it has a varied but generally a modified equatorial climate. Uganda has experienced 2 decades of economic growth, leading to large population movements from rural areas to informal settlements around urban centers. High population growth stressed the water and sanitation services that exist. 51% of Ugandans lack access to safe water, and 81% do not have access to improved sanitation facilities. Due to disparities in water access in Uganda, urban people living in poverty pay as much as 22% of their income to access water from water vendors. Spending such a high population of earnings on water reduces overall household income, limiting opportunities to build savings and break the cycle of poverty. FOV, Fraternity of the Vulnerable, started as a CBO some years back in June 2019. It became NGO after being registered at NGO Bureau at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Physical address of the head office, Nsambya Kirombe, Gogonya Road.
Namaganda, a member of the Fraternity of the Vulnerable. Was established in 2016 as a community-based organization, and later it was recognized and registered by the government of Uganda as a non-government organization to carry out its activities in the districts of Wakiso and Kampala. Our goal is to contribute to the socio-economic and health development of the vulnerable. Our mission is to contribute to the socio-economic, education, and health situation of the target population through various activities. Our vision is the improvement of quality life of the vulnerable people, who can then meet their needs and have easy access to basic services. Currently, we are working on provision of safe water for the people of Nakwero B. We realized water was a big problem and a challenge to the community for a long time.
Well, I'm called Tresor Saliboko. I'm the General Secretary of Fraternity of the Vulnerable Uganda. Nakwero village is located about 20 kilometers northeast of Kampala in Wakiso district. And it has about 6,500 inhabitants. The majority of the population lives below the poverty line. Most of the inhabitants mainly rely on subsistence farming and stock breeding, others on informal activities. However, beyond this situation, the big problem remains in terms of availability of drinking water. Only 2 lower quality water sources are available for this population. Therefore, each household travels a long distance to get water. which takes a lot of time, which could have been used for survival activities, hence increasing poverty. This lack of water became very worrying during this period of COVID-19 pandemic, where the first defense requires washing your hands with clean water and soap. When there is not enough water for washing, cooking and drinking, what do you expect? That's why FOV decided to do something concrete.
In June 2019, FOV changed its status from being a community-based organization to an NGO. In October 2019, FOV expanded its activities, launching a new project in Nakwero village, located along Gayaza Road, about 20 kilometers northeast of Kampala. Found in Kira Municipal Council, Chimwanyi, Ward Nangabo, Sub-County, in Wakiso district, and has about 6,500 inhabitants. The majority of the population lives below the poverty line. Most of the inhabitants mainly rely on subsistence farming and stock breeding, others on informal activities. However, beyond this situation, a big problem remains in terms of availability of drinking water. They only have two sources of water available in the area, which is of low quality, and these sources include a stream and a well. When visited these sources, the quality of water was not good enough to be used by these masses, and they are located in arid and bushy areas, which is too dangerous for children and women to pass through. Since there are few sources where the whole community collect water from, there is also congestion to the water sources, and it takes a lot of time for everyone to get water. Some households live far from these sources, and this makes them travel a long distance, and it takes a lot of time which could have been used for survival activities. FOV organizes a visit to Nakwero village to survey the area. The treasurer, Madame Valinda, sloping down to see the quality of water used by the villagers.
Do you do with water like this?
They saying they drink, they do everything with this.
They fetch water from here, we take it, cooking, drinking and water.
Tukoya amazzi amabi mutuyambe abaana baffe bagenda kuva mu nzizi mukoka mungi wava eri n'akulukuta amazzi ne gayika mubeeramu obukyafu ate abaana betugakima abaana betunywa abaana bajja kulwala kolera.
Meetings with the community commenced to look for the way of improving water sanitation in Nakwero village, Kapeke zone. So it is in the perspective that FOV plans to support this population by promoting the drilling of some water wells to contribute to the beginning of a solution for the availability of drinking water.
Mr. Trezor updated the meeting about the new proposal to request for funds to cover the office expenses. He tasked the members to add any contribution.
Now the project of digging the borehole starts after agreeing on the way of working with the community. After digging deeper, timbers were allied together for security reasons as digging continued. bricks are prepared for building the wall to prevent the wall from collapsing.
Villa is open.
Omulimu gw'amazzi si gwa kuzanyirako era bwe tuba tutandise bwe tuba tugatuuseemu tusooka kulya ku makya ne tutandika okukkirira. Bwe tumala okukkirira tuvaayo era lwaggulo. Teri ssaawa yakuddamu kuddamu ate ojja ng'oli lanchi ogenda okumaliza okulya lanchi nga bye wasimye ettaka byayiyeewo dda ne biziikawo. Oba tolina ky'okoze. Olina kusigala eri bw'atwala amazzi bw'aleeta ekyettaka bw'ajjayo ettaka bw'aleeta ekyamazzi bwe mutyo paka lw'odudduka.
Ordinary bricks are built up as clay bricks are built down in the water, since they can withstand or stay in water for a long time.
Kakati tuli mu kuzimba oluzzi era twasimyeko tuli omufuuti nga 6. Twatandise ozimbako ekitundu ekimu ekigondagonda tutuuke eno waggulu. Kati bwe tumaliriza tujja kuddamu tusime tulabe ekinaddako mu maaso.
I'm Hopa Kasiku and I'm here to supervise the ongoing Borehole project that has been put in place by FOV. Our major aim of this project is to provide clean and safe water for the community members. We have also been working together with the community members who have helped in providing water regularly here at the site. And we hope and believe that with a collected effort, in 2 weeks' time, we shall have completed the work.
In 17 meters, mud soil was found, and this is a sign that we are about to reach the water level.
According to the soil I'm seeing, now we are about to reach water.
That's good.
Because even this one is very, very, very full of water if you are touching it. Yeah, it's very, very wet. This one is very wet. Yeah, and but I think maybe by tomorrow we shall start drinking water from this borehole.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
That's
even according
amazing.
to the technician down, they are saying that he's now starting seeing some little. But I think by tomorrow we're gonna enjoy.
That's so good.
I'll be coming also with my cup.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I will be the first one to drink this water tomorrow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The building under starts but with clay bricks, which support water and stays for a long period of time. In 24 meters, water was seen, but the digging continued till more water was got.
I need a cup of water. That is amazing. Acha blage. The whole night it's this one only.
Jiwale. Kale, plani ki leero?
Plani ya mazzi kuba mangi.
Oli mu lita meka kati?
Kati ndi mu 13.
3 Enkya olowooza ogenda koma mu mita meka?
Enkya badde ngenda kutereeza wansi sobole okulaba nga olwokubiri tumaliriza.
Kyakabe.
Enkya neetaaga ebibulayo ebiggalawo waggulu.
Oli musajja wa kabi
Katonda yakola.
Kituufu.
Ono bamuyita lime. Mukozesa okufuna oxygen.
Oyo aleeta oxygen.
Katumansiramu ne tuyisa kumi. Tulyayo nga wali kiri.
In order to stay for a long period of time in the hole, lime was used to add oxygen. Now the LC1 chairman visits the project to witness the work or the operation taking place. After getting water, the engineer maintains the pumping machine to start pumping water. The pump and the pipes are then connected in the water. Finally, water is pumped out. The villagers now gather with their jerrycans to fetch clean water pumped from the borehole. Now with all the installations, our hole can be covered.
Sasa
kakati sebo eyo biri bitya
kati ebyawano byonna biwedde sigaza kuteekako kufulu
kayingire bulungi
era mbona kirikiriya era kati byegali eri mutanka yagendayo
kale
mulimu gw'ekinnya obuwedde
The building of the tank also commences. The plumber was hired to fix holes through which water pipes will be inserted, also to fix the taps to the tank through which water for use would flow. Now, after all that, our water is ready for use by the community members. Community benefits, awareness about safety and hazard prevention. This water project has greatly prevented the risk and danger that were encountered at the previous water sources, especially for children and women. Improved health, the sustainability of safe drinking water to the population of Nakwero has improved the health of the children and population of Kapeke at large. Water-related diseases like dysentery and bilharzia have now been cut short. Prevention against COVID-19 by washing hands regularly with clean water. Cost saving, the provision of safe drinking water to the population of Kapeke has saved a lot of time and finances of people. The extra money spent on buying safe drinking water can now be spent on other basic needs for the few who could afford. Also, since the water is now closed in the neighborhood, the time that was spent traveling to the faraway sources is tapped for the other productive activities like farming and operating small businesses. Higher levels of water consumption, since water is now readily available to everyone, thus better health of the population. Improved interpersonal relations. The community of Kapeke has had improved interrelations throughout the time of the project. The community involvement in the project necessitated coming together as a community through door-to-door awareness, meeting among others to raise funds to contribute to the cause. They can also engage in animal husbandry that require a lot of water that hitherto they were shying away from it. The community have a heightened sense of belonging and cohesion after working on this project, and it has succeeded.
Amanya gange nze Viola. Before nga tunafuna gano mazzi gatwolede abafo twali tulina gye tujja amazzi naye nga wabi nnyo twali tugajja wala ng'ate ne mu kifo mwe gaali kabirabira ng'okuyitayo kizibu nga ffe abawala n'abaana abato ng'ate agamazzi gamacaafu nebinyweramu ente n'abaana bamu bawugiramu.
Amanya gange Mampita Joel okuva we batuleetera amazzi gaffe gano kati embeera yakyuka kubanga kuli eri amazzi gaali so expensive.
Community Project Operation Committee has been formed to manage the smooth operation of the borehole. It's composed of 4 men and 5 women. This committee will work with the local administration to make sure there is no vandalism. A separate operations regulation has been drafted to take care of the operations. FOV officers will be working hand in hand with the CPOC and providing any advice needed. We have been able to bring the community together, and their interrelationship is better than before. Access to clean water is human right. Thank you very much, FRK, Rita Kerch Foundation Belgium, and the population of Nakwerobi Kapeke Zone for supporting financially this project.
Bampita mukyala Sala Namigadde twebaza nnyo abaami abatuleetera amazzi abafobi tubeebaza mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala bannange twali mu mbeera mbi ey'okufuna amazzi tunywa amazzi amalungi amayonjo tufuna amazzi buli lunaku nga malungi ate nga mayonjo mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala mwebale okuyamba ekitundu kino mwebalire ddala Mukama Katonda abakuume.
FOV and the community of Kapeke invited some special guests to witness the great achievement. Among these were the LC1 chairman, Mr. Segawa Paulo, LC2, Mr. Mark Serunjoji, also MC, LC3, Mr. Chizito Gerald, LC5, Mr. Pafras Mugoha, Women Councillor, Mrs. Janat Jumba Nantongo, Male Councillor Aj Ahmed Baale, and Reverend Akoraje Matthias as a priest at Nakwero Church of Uganda. The General Secretary of Fraternity of Vulnerable, person responsible for the project, Mr. Trezoke Saliboko, introduced the organization, its activities, mission, vision, and objectives for the particular project in Kapeke, which was to address the challenge of water in the zone. He also explained the few challenges in organization like FOV face while carrying out its activities.
We received a letter from the population of Nakwero Kapeke zone
twafuna ebbaluwa okuva mu Nakwero mu kitundu eky'e Kapeke
requesting for help
yakitusaba obuyambi
because they were experiencing challenge in access to clean water
kubanga baali bafunye okusomoozebwa mu kufuna amazzi amayonjo
which FOV committee
ekitongole ekya FOV
was very concerned
kyakwatibwako nnyo
and hoped to get a solution
ekisuubira okufuna ekyokuddamu
by working together with the population
tukolera wamu n'abatuuze
Nakwero Kapeke
Nakwero mu kitundu eky'e Kapeke.
All guests were given the opportunity to address the community, protocol observed, and they all commended FOV and the community of the Kapeke for the positive initiative towards good health and development.
So abantu bano aba FOV bwe baavaayo ne bajja okutuyamba twali basanyufu.
Twebaza ab'ekitongole kino ekyaffe abasobodde okukuwa obuzzi buno bassebo ne bannyabo mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala.
The ribbon cutting was done by the guest of honor, Mr. Mamerito Mugera, as the Reverend Akoraje handed the project into the hands of the Lord.
Ate era amazzi kyekimu ku byetaago ffenna tetuba twetaaga ffe ffennyini okubeera abalamu. Era Mukama nga meeya waffe agenda okugagulawo n'omwana n'omwomutukuvu. Amin.
Tusaba Mukama Katonda abaana akozesa amazzi gano obawe omukisa.
However, this is not enough to uplift the lives of the people of Nakwero and the community at large. We therefore call upon well-wishers, potential partners, and sponsors to help us move forward with our projects.
And we thank all well-wishers, those who supported this project. Thank you very much.
Together